Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. So in the last video we have solved first two example from miscellaneous exercise 3 from question number 2. Now here we are starting third example from question number 2, in which we have to check whether the given equations has solutions or no solution. So let us begin with the first example. Here given trigonometric equation is cos 2 theta is equal to 1 by 3. Which trigonometric function appears here? Cos. And we know that value of cos lies in between what? -1 to +1. So here we can say that since value of cos theta is greater than or equals to -1 and less than or equals to +1, and here we can observe that value of cos is what? 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means it is definitely lies in this interval, and since it lies in this interval, that's why we can say that this trigonometric equation has solution. Hence we can say that cos 2 theta is equal to 1 by 3 has solutions. Now observe the second equation. In the second equation, given equation is cos square theta is equal to -1. So here easily we can observe that value of cos square is what? Negative, but it is impossible because value of square is always what? Either 0 or greater than 0. So give the reason here. Since value of cos square theta is either equal to 0 or greater than 0, but it cannot be negative. So this is impossible that cos square theta is equal to what? -1. So that's why we can say that this trigonometric equation, which means cos square theta is equal to -1, does not have solutions. Now let us consider third trigonometric equation. What is the third trigonometric equation here? 2 sin theta is equals to 3, which can be written as sin theta is equal to 3 by 2. What is the value of 3 by 2? 3 by 2 means 1.5, but we know that sin theta lies in between what? +1 and -1. So here write down, since value of sin theta lies in between -1 and +1, but 3 by 2 does not lies in this interval. So that's why value of sin theta is equal to 3 by 2 is not possible. Hence we can say that this trigonometric equation does not have solution. Hence we can say that 2 sin theta is equal to 3 does not have any solution. Now consider the fourth equation. Here given trigonometric equation is 3 sin theta is equals to 5. So from which we can say that sin theta is equal to 5 by 3. And here also we can observe that 5 by 3 is what? Greater than 1. But value greater than 1 does not appears in this interval. Which interval? -1 to +1. Sin theta takes the values in between -1 to +1, and 5 by 3 does not lies in this interval because value of 5 by 3 is greater than 1. Hence we can say that this trigonometric equation means 3 sin theta is equals to 5 does not have any solution. In this way, simply we are able to check whether the given trigonometric equation has a solution or does not have a solution. Now let us start with the question number 4. In question number 4, we have to find out general solutions of given trigonometric equation. In the first example, given trigonometric equation is tan theta is equal to -√3. Here we are able to arrange the term in the form of which standard formula? Tan theta is equal to tan alpha, and for this we have a formula to find out general solution. So let us try to arrange the term in the form of tan theta is equal to tan alpha. So keep this left hand side tan theta as it is, minus also as it is. √3 can be replaced by tan pi by 3, means tan 60. So therefore tan theta, keep it as it is, but here we can observe that value of tan is what? Negative. And in which two quadrant value of tan is negative? In second quadrant and in fourth quadrant. So let us try to find out general solution from second quadrant. We are giving priority to second quadrant. According to our result, we know that second quadrant means what? Pi minus theta. So here minus tan theta can be written as tan pi minus theta. What is the value of theta here? Pi by 3. Again observe tan pi minus theta can be replaced by minus tan theta according according to allied angle formula. So therefore keep this tan theta as it is. On this side let us simplify it. Pi minus pi by 3 will be equals to 2 pi by 3. Now this expression is in the form of which formula? Tan theta is equal to tan alpha. So let us apply that formula. So we know that tan theta is equals to tan alpha, implies that theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. According to this formula, let us see what we will get. So therefore theta is what here? Value of theta is theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. Alpha we are replacing by what? 2 pi by 3. In this way we have got the required general solution. Is required general solution. In this way we have got the general solution of this trigonometric equation. Observe in the second example, given equation is tan square theta is equals to 3. In such cases, if the term of square appears, so means we are able to arrange the term in the form of which formula? Tan square theta is equal to tan square alpha. Let us try to arrange the term in the form of this formula. So which can be written as tan square theta is equals to 3. Can I write it as square of root 3? So on this side tan square theta, keep it as it is. Now root 3 can be replaced by tan 60. 60 means pi by 3. Keep this square as it is. Now this expression is in the form of tan square theta is equal to tan square alpha. So again write down that formula. We know that tan square theta is equal to tan square alpha, implies that theta is equal to n pi plus or minus alpha. According to this formula we can say that here theta is what? Value of theta is equal to n pi plus or minus alpha. What is the value of alpha here? Pi by 3. And we can say that it's required general solution. In this way we have got general solution of this trigonometric equation. Now let us try to solve the example number 3rd. In this case, given trigonometric equation is sin theta minus cos theta is equals to what? 1. So now we can observe that here equation is in the form of a sin theta plus b cos theta is equal to c. In such cases we are dividing both sides by what? Under root a square plus b square. So first let us try to find out value of under root a square plus b square. So here we can say that here a means coefficient of sin will be equals to 1 and b is coefficient of cos. Cos is also equals to what? 1 here. So therefore under root a square plus b square is equals to under root 2. So implies that under root a square plus b square. Under root a square plus b square is equal to under root 1 square plus 1 square is equal to root 2. So we are dividing both sides to this equation number first by root 2. So therefore, or write down here, divide both sides. Divide both sides of equation first by root 2. Let us see what we'll get if we are dividing by root 2. So here we will get 1 by root 2 sin theta minus 1 by root 2 cos theta, and on this side we will get 1 by root 2. Now we are trying to arrange the term in the form of what? Cos theta is equal to cos alpha. That's why I am trying to convert this side in terms of what? Cos. To convert it in terms of cos, let us replace 1 by root 2 by sin pi by 4, means sin 45. Sin theta, keep it as it is. Here also 1 by root 2 can be replaced by what? Cos 45. So cos 45 means cos pi by 4 into cos theta, keep it as it is, and 1 by root 2 on this side can be replaced by cos 45. Okay, now to arrange the term in the form of cos A into cos B, here minus is there, so minus sin A into sin B, we are multiplying both sides by minus. Let us see what we will get if we are multiplying both sides by minus. If we are multiplying by minus, here negative term will become positive, means this term will become positive. So first write down positive term. What is that term? Cos theta into cos pi by 4. This positive term will become negative, means what we will get here? Sin theta into sin pi by 4, and on that side we will get minus cos pi by 4. So here we can say that according to allied angle formula, this term can be, means minus cos theta can be written as what? Cos pi minus theta. What is theta here? Pi by 4. So cos pi minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. And on this side, cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B is the value of what? Cos A plus B. A is what here? Theta, and B is how much? Pi by 4. So therefore this equation can be written as cos theta plus pi by 4 is equals to cos, let us simplify it, 4 pi minus pi will be equals to 3 pi by 4. Now this equation is in the form of cos theta is equal to cos alpha. So we know that cos theta is equal to cos alpha implies that. What is the general solution of such type of trigonometric equation? Cos theta is equal to cos alpha implies that theta is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. So applying this formula here, we can say that therefore here theta, what is the value of theta here? Theta plus pi by 4 is equal to 2n pi, keep it as it is, plus or minus alpha. But alpha, what is the value of alpha here? 3 pi by 4. Now let us try to find out value of theta. This will be equals to 2n pi, keep it as it is, plus or minus 3 by 4 also as it is. This plus term on this side will become minus pi by 4. This implies that theta is equal to 2n pi. If I am considering here first plus, so plus 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4 will be equals to how much? Pi by 2. And here minus 3 pi by 4 and minus pi by 4 will be equals to what? Minus pi. So theta is equal to 2n pi minus pi. In this way we have got our required general solution of the given trigonometric equation. So this is required general solution. In this way we have got the general solution of this third trigonometric equation. So observe the next example. In this example, given trigonometric equation is sin square theta minus cos square theta is equals to 1. So we are able to arrange this side in the form of double angle formula. We know that cos 2 theta is equal to cos square theta minus sin square theta. So on this side, to get cos square theta minus sin square theta, just simply I am multiplying both sides by minus. If I am multiplying this side by minus, so this negative term will become positive and this positive term will become negative. And on this side, if I am multiplying by minus, so we will get minus 1. Okay, so now this side is in the form of double angle formula. Cos square theta minus sin square theta is nothing but value of what? Cos 2 theta. And on this side we can observe that minus 1 is nothing but value of what? Cos pi. We know that cos pi is equal to how much? Minus 1. Now simplifying it, we have arranged the term in the form of which formula? Cos theta is equal to cos alpha. So apply the formula to find out general solution. So write down that formula. We know that cos theta is equals to cos alpha implies that theta is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. So according to this formula, let us see what we'll get here. What is the value of theta here? 2 theta is equal to 2n pi, keep it as it is, plus or minus alpha. Alpha, what is the value of alpha here? Pi. Just we have substituted the values. Now remaining part is simplification part. Since we have to find out the value of variable is denoted here by theta. So we have to eliminate 2, and to eliminate these 2 we are dividing both side by 2. So this implies that theta is equal to, if I am dividing left hand side by 2, 2 will get cancelled, divide by 2, here remaining term is n pi, plus or minus divide by 2, here we will get pi by 2. In this way we have got the general solution of this trigonometric equation. So this is a required general solution. In this way we have completed question number 4. Now see the example number 5. In this example, one triangle is given to us in which we have to prove that value of cos a minus b by 2 is equal to a plus b upon c into sin c by 2. Here we are giving priority to consider the right hand side, and simplifying it we will try to show that its value is equal to left hand side. But if you will observe the left hand side, small a, small b, small c does not appear on this side. Means our aim is to eliminate what? Small a, small b, small c. And this can be done using what? what? Sine rule. So that's why here first we have written the sine rule. So according to sine rule, A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C, and I am denoting this ratio say by what? K. So this implies that A will be equals to, let us try to find out value of A. Sine A will get multiplied on this side, so here we will get K sine A. In the same way, B will be equals to K sine B, and C will be equals to K sine C. Once these values are known to us, now consider our right hand side. So we are considering right hand side, that A plus B upon C into sine C by 2. So will be equals to, so replace this A by what? K sine A, plus B by what? K sine B. In the denominator, replace C by what? K sine C into sine C by 2, keep it as it is. So which is equals to, here easily we can observe that all the terms in numerator and denominator are divisible by K. After cancelling K from numerator and denominator, here remaining term will be sine A plus sine B divided by sine C into sine C by 2, keep it as it is. Now to exist such type of terms, means A minus B by 2, definitely such type of terms appears only in case of what? Factorization formula. So in the numerator easily we can observe that we are able to apply factorization formula, because terms are in the form of sine C plus sine D. And what is the formula of sine C plus sine D? According to factorization formula, its value is equal to 2 sine C plus D upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2. Here C means what? A, and D means what? B. So sine C plus sine D can be written as 2 sine C plus D, C plus D means A plus B, upon 2 into cos A minus B upon 2. Here sine C by 2, keep it as it is. Since this is half angle, to eliminate this term, because we will require only this term in our result, sine A minus B by 2, that is our required result. Means simplifying it, we have to cancel remaining all terms. So denominator can be replaced by half angle formula. So sine C can be replaced by what? 2 sine C by 2 into cos C by 2. Just we are applying half angle formula here. Now observe that 2 will get cancelled, sine C by 2 and sine C by 2 will also get cancelled. If we are able to cancel these two terms, and then we will get our required result, that is cos A minus B by 2. Now we are simplifying this term and we are trying to convert it in terms of cos C by 2, so that this cos C by 2 and cos C by 2 will get what? Cancel. Now observe the first term here, so which is equal to, what is the first term? We know that A plus B plus C is equal to pi, that sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So according to this formula, what is the value of A plus B? So A plus B will be equals to pi minus C, and if we are dividing both sides by 2, so then we will get A plus B by 2 is equal to pi by 2 minus C by 2. Keep the second term as it is, cos A minus B upon 2, keep it as it is, and in the denominator also cos C by 2 as it is. Again observe that here we are trying to find out value of A plus B by 2. So A plus B will be equals to what? Pi minus C, and if I am dividing both sides by 2, here we will get A plus B by 2, on this side pi by 2 minus C by 2. So this A plus B by 2, A plus B by 2 can be replaced by pi by 2 minus C by 2. Now according to allied angle formula, sine pi minus theta is equal to cos theta. So cos theta, theta is what here? C by 2. Keep remaining term as it is, cos A minus B upon 2 as it is, and in the denominator cos C by 2 also as it is. Now cos C by 2 and cos C by 2 from numerator and denominator will get cancelled, which is the remaining term here, cos A minus B upon 2, and that is the required result here. In this way, considering the right hand side, we have shown that its value is equal to how much? Left hand side. So now let us try to solve the example number 6. In this example, we have to show that sine A minus B divided by sine A plus B is equal to A square minus B square divided by what? C square. So we will consider the left hand side and we will try to show that its value is equal to what? Right hand side. So just simply here we can observe that sin A minus B can be expressed as what? Sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B. It means sin A also exists and sin B also exists. To convert sin A, sin B in terms of small a small b, because result is in terms of small a small b small c. So that's why we are making the use of here sine rule. Okay, so according to sine rule, we are able to find out value of sin A. Let us denote this ratio by k. So this implies that sin A is equal to, what is the value of sin A? Will be equals to ak. Sin B is equals to bk, will be equals to bk, and sin C is equal to ck. Sin C is equal to what? ck. So now consider the left hand side. What is our left hand side? Sin A minus B upon sin A plus B will be equals to. So what is the formula of sin A minus B? Sin A minus B can be written as sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B, and in the denominator, in case if the term of plus appears, so then apply such result. So since A plus B plus C is equal to what? Pi. Sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180. 180 means what? Pi. So according to this formula, A plus B can be replaced by plus C on this side will become minus C, means pi minus C. So sin A plus B can be replaced by what? Pi minus C. Isn't it? So which is equal to, now keep the numerator as it is, sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B, and in the denominator sin pi minus theta will be equals to how much? Sin theta. Theta is what here? C. Now I am substituting the value of sin A, sin B, sin C from this sine rule, and value of cos A and cos B from cosine rule. Let us see what we will get after substituting these values. Observe the denominator here. What is the denominator? Sin C. And what is the value of sin C? Sin C is equal to ck. Observe the numerator, sin A can be replaced by what? Ka. So sin A is equal to Ka, or we can say that ak. What is the value of this cos B according to cosine rule? Will be equals to a square plus c square minus b square upon 2ac. Keep minus as it is, then we are substituting here value of cos B. According to cosine rule, its value is b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc. And what is the last term? Sin B. Sin B is equal to what? Kb. Sin B is equal to bk, or we can say that kb. So which is equals to, now observe the numerator very carefully. Here a and a will get cancelled, here this b and b will get cancelled, and we can easily observe that denominator of both the term is what? Same, 2c 2c. Since denominators are same, that's why we are taking subtraction of numerator. What is the denominator? 2c. Even we can observe that k and this k can be taken common from both the term. What is the denominator here? ck. So keep this ck as it is. Now we are taking subtraction of these two terms since denominator are same. So here what we'll get? A square plus c square minus b square. Minus into b square will be minus b square, minus into c square will be minus c square, and minus into minus will become plus a square. So which is equal to, here k and k will get cancelled. Observe in the denominator c into 2c will be equals to 2c square. In the numerator, check which terms will get cancelled. Plus c square and minus c square will get cancelled. Now collect the terms of a square. A square plus a square will be equals to 2a square. Minus b square and minus b square will become minus 2b square. Here we can observe that both the terms in numerator and the term in the denominator are divisible by 2. After dividing to numerator and denominator, what we'll get here? After dividing to numerator and denominator by 2, here remaining term is a square minus b square, and in the denominator remaining term is what? C square. And check that a square minus b square upon c square is our required result.